감사합니다. 감사합니다. When I was a child, I was very smart. That's what my mom tells me. And as a teenager, my IQ was measured at 156. And then when I was 12 years old, I taught myself to program a computer. So by 15, I won my first national award in Singapore in programming. And then I just kept on winning more awards. We grew up thinking that if we are successful, we'll be happy, right? And then I was successful at a young age. So was I happy? No. Not just deeply unhappy, I was miserable. Not just miserable, I was suicidal. It was that bad, right? For many years, I keep thinking of killing myself. So because I was so desperate, I kept searching for a way out of suffering. I look at science, I look at philosophy, nothing helped me. So I started looking into religion. I said, look, last week I went to church and I saw for myself how our Christian friends deal with suffering. Then I asked her, what is there in your Buddhism that deals with suffering? And Venerable Kado says, all of Buddhism is about dealing with suffering. And when I heard that, it was as if somebody opened the floodgates and all the water just rushed in. I had that experience. Everything in my life suddenly made sense. Everything in my life just made sense. And I told myself, I've really found it. I found the answer. And I told myself at that moment, I said, from this moment on, right here, right now, I'm a Buddhist. And I was 20 years old and I never looked back. That was the best decision I've ever made in my life. What happens is, after a while, the mind gains two qualities, which is calmness and clarity. Right? The mind becomes calm and clear. And the analogy is like a snow globe. Right? The snow globe is constantly being shaken, it's always unclear. Something happened after that. In the mind that is alert and relaxed, I suddenly experienced a gentle joy in my entire body and mind. That's from nowhere. There's just this joy in my whole body and mind. And it lasted for about 30 minutes. And that, my friends, was my first real life-changing experience. I was like, whoa, what just happened? So what happened was, when the mind is alert and relaxed, what happens? It goes back into its default state. And it turns out the default state of mind is joy. And then it got better. Because after a while, I realized that it's a skill, which is the more I practice, the more easily I can access that joy. And after a while, it becomes like on demand. Because I become so skillful at it, I can sit and I have that joy arising. And that was truly life-changing. And with that, I saw clearly how Buddhism would be the solution to my misery. Like, this was the solution. And eventually with that, I lifted myself out of depression. In other words, my friends, Buddhism saved my life. I say that again. Buddhism saved my life. It was that powerful. Thank you.